I'm Felipe A. Candelaria. That A is for Ascendant.
I'm Brian.
God damn it. And we're here at Watchtower Comics, Houston, Texas. All right, thank you guys for letting us host the show here. And before we get started, can you guys please help us get to 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 views? That's our goal. With your support, I know we can do it. We appreciate the love and the support that we've received already in the previous video. So here we are continuing on with this one. All right, straight to the show. We're getting to it. We are talking new releases. Roger.
I guess we can get started with the Justice League Power Rangers series.
Oh,
Since we talked about it last week, the new issue came out yesterday. Issue 3. So we're halfway through the 6-part series. We're halfway through the 6-part series, and things are getting pretty real. Things are getting pretty real. Things are traveling interdimensionally. We finally have a look at the main villain and how they're planning to take over whatever it is they need to take over, and we get more of the banter that we love so much.
Yeah.
There's another moment between the Black Ranger and Batman.
I haven't read it yet, but it's
Yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy it.
I hope I do, man. I know I will. I don't know.
I have yet to read it, but it's something that...
And it's pretty cool because at one point you get there's like a battle scene, right? There's the exchange of everything,
Right.
and after the fact, going back to the first issue, we see a preview of what's to come, right? So in this issue, we get to that point, and we move past it, so we're caught up with the story. And when Justice League finds out that the enhanced beings that they were fighting before are just teenagers, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty tender moment after all the chaos. It's nice winding down and to ground it and bring it together. And you have this uniting of two very iconic teams. And now we get to see how they go forward and take care of this threat.
What I like to see about that is that on one side you have how can I say this? Oh my God, I'm so nervous about how am I going to word this and not sound like I'm taking a side. On one side you pretty much have one of the most popular series in Japan, and on the other side you have one of the most iconic teams in America. Aside, of course, from the Avengers and X-Men, but as far as
it's the Justice League.
It's the Justice League of America, exactly. So to have two different, I would say, nations represented in this series, I think that's really, really cool. I mean, we haven't seen that before, and this is the first time we got that. So
I just want Batman to look them in the eye and look, you kicked me through the wall, but it ain't gonna happen again.
Just fooled me once. Shame on you. It fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
I like contingency plan for your power.
Right.
I like you guys.
Your morphing grid has fallacy, and I don't like it.
Get some almost more from now. Wayne Tech.
God dang it. That would be true, too.
That'd be super funny.
So you become Power Rangers when I want you to become Power Rangers.
Dude, what if Batman creates a power
Don't you
suit,
say it. Damn it.
like a morphing grid, he morphs
the
it.
power point.
Yeah, he uses a power coin.
Oh, the bat.
The bat.
He's gonna fight Zack again for the black coin.
For the black coin. It will go from a mastodon to a bat. I mean, all right, nerd moment. We have a Bat Ranger, and I believe Jungle Fury. There was a Bat Ranger, if I'm not mistaken. But would look nothing like Batman though. And then he's gonna have a Megazord. Oh my God, it's
So
too
instead
much.
of Zordon and Alpha, we'll have Batman and Alfred.
Batman and Alfred. Oh my God.
And then Alfred and Zordon about to duke it out.
Oh.
The Battle of the Wits.
Yeah, the Battle of the Wits.
Can you imagine the comeback battle between Alpha and Alfred? Because Alpha, he got his comeback.
Well, could we get a team up between Ninjor and Alpha and Lucius and Alfred? Have a little double situation.
Boom
going.
Studios,
Sure,
ideas, potentially.
The sidekick stories.
You can use the ideas. All I want is a paycheck.
And a shout out.
Shout
Shout
out.
out.
Selfless plug.
Sponsored.
Yeah, sponsorship would be nice.
A t-shirt.
Minimal stuff. Minimal
A
stuff.
button. Just
A button. You guys a button, right?
button.
A ring. You want to do that? It's empty right now.
Slash
ring,
ring.
right?
Huh?
Right.
Now that we
Moving on.
talked about about Power Rangers, the trade paperback volume 2 is coming out. It's covering issues 5 through 8. So if you haven't picked up a single issue and you just hopped on it, there is a volume 1 and now there's a volume 2. So you don't have to find the single issues unless you're a collector.
Yep.
But those are really great for you to pick up. It has all those issues, you know, pretty much 1 through 8 in both volumes combined, and you're pretty much set if you get it out and you get to the story by now.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because the way they set it up is they started issue 5 with a flashback to Zach and Rita, and then you move through the entire story to where you have the Rangers confronting the main villain. So it's a nice little collection to have.
Yeah. It's really well done. I can't stress that enough. Like, it's not because we're Power Ranger fans, but seriously, the writing and the illustrations in this book is really, really well done. Really well done. So if you're interested, go for it. Inhumans versus X-Men, guys. The last issue. The last issue, man. Roger, kick it off, man.
I liked it. I really enjoyed it because it starts off, and we mentioned last week that Emma Frost was like one of the masterminds behind everything, right? So in this is kind of like an Emma Frost and Inhumans Royals centered issue because it tackles questions that we had about their last encounter with the first Terrigen Cloud, and it also it exposes a lot of things, and it's the climax. It's the climax of everything, basically. So it was pretty cool because I mentioned that I thought Magneto was going to use this opportunity to have his new world order. There was a panel where I thought I was right, but then you flip the page, and it's a completely different thing.
Boy.
Yeah, it takes twists and turns, and it answers a lot of questions that we had, especially about Scott.
Sounds
and
like
Black
an
Bolt.
emotional roller coaster.
Definitely was. It definitely was. And the last few pages were pretty cool. They it's a nice conclusion to everything, and it's a good read. It's a good read, especially for a short 6-issue series. It's very well done. Very well done.
That's right. What do you want to see from that episode?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z Super. What? Brad, where
Brad.
have you been?
I've been here, but you saying Dragon Ball Z?
It was comedic relief, Brad.
You stressed this, son.
No, I loved it. After experiencing it with Roger. God. No, yeah, I loved it, and I was right about Magneto was gonna turn out. I had faith in my boy, so I'm glad with it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, so now we're pushing through. Now we're a little more structured. Our first episode, we were like, what are we doing? Now we got something for you guys, so let's go with it. Here we go. Guys, Old Man Logan, the movie, comic, all in one.
First off, if you haven't seen it already, what are you doing with your life?
Seriously.
First off,
#1 movie in the world, son.
It is a masterpiece
I
of
was
cinema.
it's damn
I saw
near
it
perfect.
last night.
Yeah,
I cried.
I was there.
You know, Thomas Kate, let me put it. I don't care. You know why? No, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say real man cried. That just sounds like a cop out.
Hey, no.
But I cried. Okay.
Real nerd.
It was emotional.
Real nerds cry, man.
There you go. Real
Alright.
nerd, right.
Real nerds cry.
Yeah.
Thomas Kate.
Man,
Although, even if you get dehydrated with that one tear,
It's not.
Bring him out
sweating
with you.
through
you're
your eyes.
sweating
that
through your
monster.
eyes.
Right? What a monster.
Like it was my third time watching it, and I
Damn workout.
still cried. Still cried.
No, that movie is a movie you can watch
That's it.
over and over.
Alright, so now that we hit that, guys, let's get the discussion started, man. In our last video, we had predictions. Now we've seen the masterpiece itself. What are our thoughts?
I love it.
Oh my goodness, I loved it.
I love it.
It was honestly, if I could put everything that I love about Wolverine in one simple movie, that would be that movie. And it was not simple. Excuse me, I know I just said that, but it was just, you had your feral characters, you had your fully developed characters, you had your new introductions, and your questions like, well, what's gonna happen from here on out, how is it gonna end, what's gonna happen, and it was ultimately just a beautiful curtain call on Wolverine. It was a beautiful curtain call on just the questions that we've had. It was
Yes.
emotional.
Definitely. I liked it so much because the way they handled everything. Like the fact they didn't have the Hulk the whole
Bruh.
scene from the comics.
You want to fight?
Fight with Fox, not fight with me, son. I'm just saying. Take
it up with the suits.
right?
The suits.
The fact they didn't have like certain aspects of the original storyline, and they still like put on a show. That even when you read the comic, I think you got more of a feel in the movie than the comic. The way the comic.
Yeah, the comic.
Yeah.
The comic was more of Logan took a vow. He doesn't want to be the Wolverine anymore, and he's completely shut down after the events that took place.
Yeah.
And in this one, that's what you get the first sense of, even though it's not too clear as to what event really took place. If it was Xavier, if it was him, if it was a mixture of both, whatever the case is. But you do see how they did kind of pay homage to that part of the original story. And then you see X-23.
Yeah. So like
and when she comes on the scene, you're like, okay, how are they gonna connect? Because you see him at a hotel room, you really don't know. And
because you mentioned the hotel, I thought that was a really cool moment when she's like bouncing the ball on the wall, and Wolverine pulls up the limo, and you see her bounce it once. She's like something like there's a disturbance before us, and then she turns around, and we're like, oh my god, it's her. I thought that was really cool.
I mean, think about it. She has all his powers, so she probably picked up the scent.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Speaking of homage, so they're like throughout like the movie, Logan wears like a suit and tie, and for anybody who likes Easter eggs, if you look at a certain comic, not gonna say what, but that's all Logan wears. Just throwing that out there.
all right. All right.
Logan wears suits, everybody.
Hey,
He kills and he can be
But
classy.
not the suit we want.
not the suit that we
Okay,
want.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it.
Wait,
Here we go.
one time for like a moment of silence for the suit. Alright, let's get it.
Alright, so if you guys seen our past video, we wanted a certain suit. We each wanted a certain suit. We're not gonna say we didn't get it in its entirety, but we didn't get it. So they're minor things that I wish there was a lot more, but then I stepped back and realized how ungrateful I was for this whole experience.
Yeah. It's like
Seriously, because when have we ever received a movie that we wanted from Fox? When it comes to the X-Men, let's be real. Let's be real.
These timelines.
You get what I'm saying? You have Age of Apocalypse. They gave us some type of suit at the end of the movie. Why couldn't they wear that throughout the movie? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh yes, you want it? Ha! Movie's over. Here's your little taste.
and then never showed again.
Oh, wait, you can't have the rest of it. We gotta throw it away.
Hey man, you know how much it costs to make that?
And,
I don't care.
The movie,
I don't care.
The movie was very
You know
good.
why? Because we have cosplayers out here doing awesome suits for less than they spend. So trust me, the whole he's gonna cost. I call a story and recess on this. All right, shenanigans.
Bro, but it's
And
Logan.
now-
Like think of Logan's persona. You really think he's gonna like run around in like a yellow and blue tights?
And
like think about it though. Like
we
could
could.
have. Wait a minute.
He talks about it in the movie though.
He does.
When
Yes.
he finds the comics. And
He
throws
does
them
pay
in.
homage to like the suit and stuff. So he
Those
does.
comics are
He does
really-
talk about it.
And those comics aren't even canon in the actual.
No, they were specifically.
made
Yeah.
for that movie, which is awesome.
Hugh Jackman
Yeah.
actually asked for those comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hugh, if you're listening,
Respect,
I love you even more.
man. Respect.
No, not respect.
Jesus. All right.
Hey.
Oh yeah, it was.
Real feelings, bro.
Oh, you're fresh. I'm sorry, fresh.
Sounded scary, like.
No, yeah, it was very like you don't know what you had until it's gone.
Yeah.
So like all that
Okay.
the shenanigans Fox did.
Here's the next part. Here's the next part about that. Not knowing what you have until it's gone. Xavier in this movie. Patrick Stewart, if he doesn't win some type of award for his performance as a supporting actor, I've already lost a lot of faith in the Academy to begin with. But that's side note. Patrick Stewart, a Shakespearean-trained actor.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Sorry.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Give
I
him the
apologize,
respect-
my good sir.
respected name.
I will give you the respect you deserve, Sir Patrick Stewart.
Some respect on it.
Some respect on his name. His performance was so pure. You know, and this is where we get into the complexity of the character. You have Xavier, one of the greatest minds on the face of the earth in this universe, right? And then he's aging, and we spoke about this last time. He's aging. He has dementia, sorry, and he's still human. Being a mutant doesn't take away from humanity. You know what I'm saying? So he still has to deal with these challenges.
Exactly.
You know, and then what happens when you're an older person and you start forgetting, you start tripping out, and you have the most powerful mind on the face of the earth. Things go down.
Which explains like some of the things that happen in the movie.
Yeah.
Like the size of the seizures.
Oh man.
Yeah, the temporary paralysis.
Them referencing what happened that day.
Exactly.
But them referencing, I think, was a perfect teaser.
Yeah.
I loved it. You know, usually, man, they should have done this. I'm not complaining about this because, you know, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but, you know, the now announced X-Men TV show. So that little teaser gives me hope of them expanding and explaining whatever happened. Because whatever happened, you know it was lit. You know it was tragic.
So will we ever see it on camera?
Well, Fox is in the talks to making an X-Men series and bring it to TV. So maybe I would like to see the kids that we saw at the end of the Logan be the characters for this series.
New generation.
You know, New Mutants.
Fox, I'm just saying this.
Step up your game.
No, not even that. You destroyed a lot of stuff that I watched when I was younger. You did one good movie. Alright? If you ruin this, I mean, like, I have no power really, but I'm just saying, like,
I will write an angry letter.
I'm gonna write a
all
letter.
of your executive letters.
You know what? I'm gonna write a BF, alright?
No, don't have a BF now. I want to speak to your supervisor. Better yet, I'm gonna write a letter. You are in big trouble.
I'm gonna have a BF, and I'm gonna write a letter to everybody. Like, it may be like some nobodies, I might write a letter to my mom, but I'm writing a letter regardless.
And if not,
Houston!
and if not, I will find your number on Google and I will send you a text.
Right?
I will send you to let you
Google
know.
Hangouts. I will
Google
have
Hangouts.
Google.
We will start a petition. Google Docs.
Google, if you want to, like, you know, support us, because we dropped your name like a couple times.
Sponsor.
Oh, too much, guys.
Eclectic Nerdz, that's her name.
Any
So,
final thoughts on Old Man Logan or the Logan the movie? We spoke more about the movie than the comic itself, but
Farewell.
Well, okay, so now that you mentioned that, it's pretty cool because now that the Old Man Logan hype is dying down, you have an Old Man Logan comic that came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's been around for a while now.
yeah, we're at issue 19. 19
It's been lit.
yesterday.
13. Shall we divulge into it?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so I'm not gonna give spoilers, but
throwing shade.
all day. So in issue 19, basically it's Old Man Logan, but he has a completely different mindset. He's very he's the mindset of like he wants to go back home. Since if you haven't keeping it up, he was brought back to he was taken from his universe and brought to the current universe, and so he's at a point of like he's so frustrated that he wants to go back because he's trying to save a Hulk baby. So he's going to like every option he has, and every option such like Doctor Strange and Liana, all these sorcerers that can technically make him travel back to his timeline or his universe. It's telling them no. And the reason is because if they mess with that, it messes with everything all over again, and
It's a ripple effect.
yeah, ripple effect. And so he got so frustrated where he pretty much starts breaking into a high security facility that holding like one of the most like evilest villains of villains. Evilest. Yes, that's the word. All right, in their world. And so he's pretty much the ways I can best describe it is making a deal with the devil to go back. And I'm gonna let them marinate for you guys.
Oh man. Alright, so Brian, you're gonna talk to us a little bit about Titans, correct?
Cheers, Titans.
Take it away.
Alright, so in the latest issue, spoiler alert. Spoilers. So it's the Titans meeting up with the Fusion 5 at Meta Solutions, and Simon is there because he's running it. And the whole issue going on with that is they don't trust Meta Solutions because they're advertising they can make bad metas good. For example, the Fearsome 5 recently in that comic have turned good or have been like really low key, haven't done anything bad or anything, right?
Right.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the first one to say something about this was Arsenal, and he brings up how it took him years for him to conquer his drug addiction, and so he's like, yeah, drug addiction gets started.
Robin.
So he's saying no one just overnight flips around and becomes good. He's saying there's something fishy about this, and the fact that Simon is running it, no go. They're not trusting it. And not only that, they want Simon and Meta Solution wants this new meta called Bumblebee. What are you doing?
Sign language, son.
Oh, sign language. Sorry for those people. I didn't know you know sign language. Alright, so yeah, they want Bumblebee, and they're like, no, we don't trust you. She's not going with you. And so that's the big fight, pretty much. And at the end, it's shown that Simon is really, there's something going on in the background, and so that's how that thing ends, pretty much. I'm gonna be very vague because I don't want to ruin it.
Well, I haven't read that title, but I will surely.
Yeah, the Timon has been building great tension, like makes you want to look for the next issue. And that's how that made me feel.
I like how it's Titans and Teen Titans.
Yeah, it's the whole crew.
We're no longer teens, man. We're in our early 20s. We're young adults, still making mistakes.
And you obviously see which ones took the bad route. Arsenal, drug addiction. So,
who hasn't been an addict in their life at one time?
Robin.
No, Dick Grayson, this is the first Robin.
I know, but like, it wasn't Dick Grayson that had the drug. No.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
But Robin still had a drug addiction.
Yeah.
Moving on, guys.
Just more Timmy.
Moving on. So, I'm sure a lot of you are like really excited for something that was kind of given to us yesterday. Leaked. That's right. It was the Shadow of Mordor War gameplay trailer. Now, I don't know if any of you guys played the first one, but the first one was pretty legit. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it. It basically kind of took on like some gameplay from like the Batman Arkham series.
Yeah.
And this game, dude, looks legit. I mean, we saw that, we're riding dragons. We're actually leading our own army, conquering different areas of Mordor in Middle Earth. I don't know how keen you guys are on the whole, the Ring of Power and all. Put a ring on it. Yeah, that's what Beyonce said. Moving on. So in this little sneak preview we got, we learned that the Nemesis system is really expanded on to the point where all your allies have their own story. They can either betray you, have instances of loyalty to you. So the more loyal you are to them, the more loyal they'll be to you. Or the more shade you throw, the more likely they're going to try and stab you in the back.
Yeah. So I have a question. With that, does that mean that the different interactions would lead to like different endings?
As far as I know, or as far as what's been leaked to us, the endings and stuff is not interrupted, but it's all about your storyline. So like every... No, not at all.
So it's about the journey.
The journey is different, ish. Alright, so the Nemesis system works like this. Every villain that you have, my villains won't be the same as your villains. Like they'll be in the same stepping stones, but it won't be the same title, the same person, nor the same design, nor the same weaknesses and strengths. So essentially, it goes like this. Like, let's say I'm gonna go conquer this fortress. I got a guy named Derek. I hate you, Derek.
In Middle Earth.
In Middle Earth, right? Anybody can be named Derek in Middle Earth. Come on, racist. So let's say Derek is like a crossbow guy, right? So that's my enemy there. If JR were to play the exact same mission in his own game, it'd be a different looking guy, different name, different abilities, weaknesses, and different specialties. On top of that, going to the whole loyalty thing, whenever you, from what we saw, if you go and conquer this fortress and you call like backup, it's like a random one of your generals that helps you. So it's like, bruh, you helped me out, boom, promotion. You didn't help me out, so you can just, you stay where you're at. You good. We'll wait for the next promotion, I promise.
You clean the barracks.
That lead to a betrayal.
Exactly. So that's where the whole Nemesis system works out.
I can barely trust fools in these streets. Now I can't trust these fools in games.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's been alright, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
So I have trust issues.
Right, hey, trust issues.
Face downs. Magic cylinders. Trust issues.
So that's our talk about the games for this week. Not to mention, guys, so since this video is going to come to a close, now we're going to talk about what we've been reading. I have been reading the beautiful All-Star Batman. And for those of you that haven't picked it up or anything, no spoilers. But ultimately, it's like every issue is like a personal story with the villains. It's not like, oh, Joker's doing this, Batman has a awesome fight with him, and then boom, done deal. No, it's like a personal interaction with every one of these villains. So the first issue starts off with a character that Batman has known for a long time, and you really see like the interactions from them going from the past to where they are in the present. There's different twists and turns, there's betrayals, there's alliances that are really being tested. It's like, it's not just Batman being Batman, like, oh, I'm about to go beat some butt, and like,
That's that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's really a test to the friendships. It's a bunch of trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? I know, right? DJ Khaled.
That's it.
I'm just saying, I did go to school, Catholic school, for like a few years, so I got kicked out. But moving on. It's ultimately like a really cool series to read. I would definitely recommend it to anybody who is a fan of Batman and, of course, like the villains. It's really cool stories. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's Eclectic Nerdz at the Watchtower. I'm Felipe. A. Canolia. A for Ascended.
I'm Brian.
I'm JR.
And I'm Roger.
And we will see you next time.